What was the ultimate goal of all this? It was, you wanted to make progress. You wanted to get the no-fap benefits, right? But you didn't want to be sat there constantly overthinking about this, did you? You didn't want to be sat there almost feeling like a full-time job in your mind, like, don't fap today. I wonder when the next time I'm going to relapse. Don't fap today. Don't fap today. I wonder when I'm going to see a trigger. That was never the goal. We wanted to almost feel immune to this, where even if we end up literally being faced with porn, we kind of like don't associate it with jacking off. The issue is that when you're in the middle of this cult of no-fap, and I say my server, my channel, and everything I'm doing here is a cult. Like, I openly say to you, we're literally in a cult. But their cult, like the no-fap cult, is a very like dirty one compared to us just trying to be more like Adonis. That's like a cult that they're pushing you on, which is like a very negative one where they make you feel worse when you've like regressed on their no-fap benefit timeline. You. There's cringy videos, bro. Like anyone with like, I'm not even smart, bro. I'm not even smart, but anyone with like double-digit IQ knows that the body doesn't work on a benefits timeline. If you get to day 16, you'll be able to hold eye contact. A woman attraction. Woman attraction. Women can tell. Do you know women can tell that you feel like a spurg? All of it is almost like a placebo. Like, that's the biggest part of it, right? There is absolutely some part in your physiological system that changes when you masturbate. Of course there is, but it's not anywhere near as much as people say. Now, I'm literally still preaching no-fap to you. I'm still telling you to get onto it. I'm telling you that we're never going to watch porn again. Every time I sort of criticize no-fap YouTubers, some spur comes to me, he's like, oh, Hamza's wrong because porn's really bad for you. Yeah, no shit, motherfucker. We're never watching porn again. We're preferably going to drastically or eliminate our fapping too. But you need to understand what the real benefits are, because then when you don't experience the levitation on day 16 and the woman attraction and like every woman's wet for you and shit, you feel weird. It's like the dynamic of when you start lifting weights and you see all these motherfuckers lying to you on YouTube. It's like 1 year body transformation and he's full-on bodybuilder at this point. And you're like, oh, that's weird because I'm 6 months in and I don't really look that different. Because following with the same example, it would be so useful for you when you start weightlifting to find a very realistic, natural weightlifter's body transformation. Because sometimes you'll click on these body transformations and people have said this to me, like Sam, our own video editor, has said this, where he would see other people's body transformations and they'd get huge in the first year and 2 years and 3 years. And of course, then you're going to feel worse. You're going to start questioning things. Your mind's going to start like playing on you. You're going to literally give yourself like so much extra stress. The issue with all these YouTubers and they're saying this bullshit of like, all the women will know and stuff. It's like, you absolutely will give off a different vibe compared to the guy who's like watching porn. He's got like fucked up mental health. Of course you will. But the biggest benefit of no-fap, I promise you, people are going to disagree with this, but I promise you the biggest benefit is the placebo. It's that you think it's going to make women hold eye contact with you. You've been told so many times, women attraction, women are going to hold eye contact. So when you get to day 3, you just notice it more. It's almost like you're looking out for it more and you end up, of course, holding eye contact with more girls because you're actually trying to do it, because you almost feel like you deserve it at that point. What if we shortcut the process? What if we give you that placebo right now? I'm telling you right now, like no woman on the street is like sensing that you haven't busted nuts. It would be the other way around. If it had to be something like this, then in an evolutionary standard, the women would pay more attention to the guy who seems to have already been drained, because it's almost like, oh, like why is he busting out? Like some woman's taking his seed, which must mean that he's got like the evolutionary like traits that is good enough for one woman, so it might be good enough for me. Like having a built up amount of semen would be an evolutionary disadvantage for men, so busting would make you more attractive to girls. I've just disproved the but Hamza's saying no-fap's. No, I'm not saying no-fap's bad, you dumbass, right? I'm saying to still get onto it. Still absolutely never ever watch porn. We're never watching that shit ever again, bro. But just have way more realistic standards. Maybe like I have to do my own no-fap's benefit timeline. But honestly, it's kind of a mood kill because, everyone's told you that it's going to make you money and everything. But really the biggest benefit practically is the time saved. It's just the truth. You save a solid few hours a week, which is extremely valuable. You'll probably save about 5 hours every single week, which is actually like a ridiculous amount of time that you'll save. Obviously, like you can bust a nut within like a minute, but like oftentimes you'll probably agree with this. When you're jacking off, you don't like just do it fast as possible. You kind of edge out a bit. You search for the proper video. You end up scrolling way more. If it's completely out of your life, you save a solid few hours a week, which is a huge advantage. That's probably the best advantage that there is. Now, there is absolutely more of a benefit in terms of like semen retention and everything, and sexual transmutation and everything. I know for a fact that the guy who jacks off is just going to be worse in a lot of like different performing things. Fasting from ejaculation, fasting from like porn, masturbation, even sex. It's almost like it builds hunger in you just the same way that fasting from food does. There's 15,000 young men in my Discord server, and we've got a few pages for no-fap and relationships.